So, the Canadiens just signed Jeff Petry, or I should say, re-signed Jeff Petry to a 4-year contract. It has happened. I wasn't expecting today, but I'm glad he did. He always enjoyed the Canadiens. This is the team he thrived on, which made him a solid defenseman. So right now he's making 5.5, and now he's going to make 6.25, which is not a massive raise, like 7 or 8 million, which he's not going to go for. So it's on 2021, the 2022 season, to 2024, the 2025 season. So the Canadiens have signed him for that 25 million at the end of this whole thing. And I'm really glad we have him for another 4 years. You know, what a defenseman he was. Look at the playoffs, what he did. I know he had 3 points, but he was a +1. But those 2 goals were so important. Those 2 goals, really, they were. But, 40 points, 46 points in 82 games in 18 and 19 season. 19 and 2020 season, 40 points in 71 games. Still so good of a defenseman. Gets the points, shot from the point, all that stuff. He's been such a good, solid defenseman for the Canadiens, and having for another 4 years. That means he would be 32, 34, like 38 years old, which is not bad. He's been solid. And when he was with the Oilers, he wasn't really the best. It's whenever he came to the Canadiens, he became great. So, at that deadline, which they did trade for him in 2015 for a 4th and a 2nd, and this was Caleb Jones, and the other one was Jonas Lindjo for Jeff Petry, which was a great trade, I have to say. But he's been such a great part of the Canadiens. He's probably going to be playing with old Edmondson, so there you go. Top 4 is set for a little while now. And yes, I'm very excited to have him, to keep him around. And the question remains now, I know Gally wants to sign long-term, like 8 years. He doesn't care what the money is. Even if it means he takes a little bit less. He doesn't care. He wants to stay with the team. I don't blame him. Playing with Suzuki, Kakanemi, and then thinking about Paley and Caulfield coming up in these next years to become fantastic players. Why would you not want to stay with the team? So, same thing with Jeff Petry. So, what happens to Tatar? Do they trade him during the summer? Do they wait until the deadline? What do they do? Could that be something? Or do they try to re-sign him? What does he want? We'll see. So it'll be very interesting how that turns out. And yes, Jeff Petry for a 4-year contract at 6.25. And I'm just glad he's staying around. We need him. Weber, our first right-handed shot defenseman. Number 2 is Petry. It might flip one day. Petry number 1, Weber number 2. Never know. We'll see. Have a nice day. I'm glad as a Habs fan. And goodbye.